Hello and welcome to the latest Trains160 video, and today I am sort of following up in the video that I did a few weeks ago now of the AGC with another video which is featuring a new Autorail that I bought. This one's about 6-7 weeks old now, I think I bought it, and it's the Picasso Autorail, or the X3800, and this is made by Trains160, and it's a very welcome addition to the N-gauge sort of production lines because it is a very, very impressive looking model, and it's something that has been very sought after for a long time. Viewers of my channel will be will remember that I've done a video previously on the ARTrain Transmondia sort of version versus the Prado Picasso, and of course, that was sort of actually the jury was out on which was the better one. I think the price of the Del Prado one was a lot cheaper compared to the sort of ARTrain Transmondia example, and while the Transmondia example was a lot better, it wasn't necessarily so much better. The price tag sort of outweighed the benefits. What I would say straight off the bat for this is that actually this is a blooming good model. This is really up there in the next sort of generation of models. This is really well put together, very detailed. You can see all the detail around the cab, and you can see, compared to the Del Prado one, this really, really blows it out the water. You can see so many more details, and one of the great things about this is as well, actually, there's a massive bag of parts. Well, it's not massive, it's N-gauge, but there's a bag of parts, and it's, to add to this, you really can go to town, and it would be absolutely excellent. It's a really well done model in terms of some of the features that are on board. So the DCC decoder, I've just got a standard DCC decoder that was fitted in this by Trains160 for me. But the internal lighting all can be set up differently. You can set the lights so they go different directions. And I'd imagine with a sound decoder in it, it will be absolutely excellent. And one day I will probably replace my X3900 unit with one of these when I can, and I'll get the sound equipped version then. I think that this is a really well, put together model, and I think when I examined the box a bit closely, it was interesting that it was made by LS Models, which isn't surprising. I know Trains160 has sort of partnered up with lots of different organisations. I understand that they've even partnered previously with Dapol, but this is LS Models, and I know that their Picasso is absolutely excellent. So it's really good to see that finally in N-gauge there is a Picasso that's here. It's a really good model. I don't really need it for my layout, but I just had to have it. It just looks so good. I just really wanted to support the fact that this is out there and have an example in the sort of standard livery. I've got a few videos and photos here that are just sort of comparing my Picasso versus the Trains160 one. And when I say my Picasso, this is the Del Prado example that I sort of converted into the X3900. And you can see, that my example is, based on a cruder model. And yes, the conversion's not been done amazing, but, at the time I was very proud of it. I still am in a lot of ways. So it will still remain in my fleet. And also there's a few photos here of it compared to the trailers that I produced a couple of years ago now. I haven't made them for quite a while, but mainly because I thought that Transmondia was actually going to make them. And so it's a slightly different height there. You can see, but I think at normal viewing distance, it's absolutely fine. And I know that Remodels and Mikado Train have just announced that they're going to make some, which is really good. One sort of point I would make is that Transmondia did take my money for two trailers, half the money for two trailers, and they just disappeared, and that's it. So really disappointing actually from that. Transmondia, they sort of were an organisation that was a guy in Paris who really pushed N-gauge for a long time, and his sort of parting shot to N-gauge was to take a lot of money from a lot of different people and just run off with it. And I don't know if he's, if it's just spent on a project and he just can't get it back out, or if, the project's just not viable anymore. But whatever happened, it would be kind of, respectful of people who've given money to sort of give an answer. And for someone who produced the original Picasso, in its original sort of high definition when it was done back in the day, it's just a bit sad, really, to sort of think that that's what happened. And yeah, probably dwelling a bit too much on this video, but it's just, I wanted to note my disappointment. But anyway, there's a few pictures here of the original sort of ARTrain Picasso. I actually sold mine after a while. I wasn't that impressed with it compared to sort of the Del Prado ones. I just, in the end, I just decided it wasn't, you know, something I wanted to keep. Whereas I think the Trains160 example is just beautiful. It's an absolutely exquisite model, and definitely worth having if you're into N-gauge, or even if even if you don't model French N-gauge. It's the sort of one of those models I think you could just get on a whim and just have it sort of in your fleet, just as a sort of a nice thing to have. And I really, if you see it, it is absolutely stunning. I am really impressed with this, and I would highly recommend it to anybody who's interested in getting a lovely modern up-to-date Picasso, which I think we've been screaming out for quite some time. So anyway, I'm going to leave you there, but thank you very much for watching my video. If you like it, drop it a like. If you like it a lot, then why not subscribe? And I'll try and keep putting a few more of these videos up in the next sort of few weeks and months, just a bit more regularly. It's a bit difficult to sort of find the time, but when I can, I will do it. All the best. Take care. Bye-bye.